This is Steve Zetro Souza from Exodus, and you're listening to Mosh Mag. Turn it up.
Hey, what's up? This is Donald Tardy with Obituary, and you're listening to Mosh Mag. Turn it up.
Turn it up. That's what they said.
All right, Mosh Mag, episode friggin' 17.
17. I love it. I love it. How you doing, everybody? It's been a while. Well, it's been a while between me
Thanks for listening.
Scott have been talking. Will we? I don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody heard that we did that interview with...
Yeah, we did a little interview with this lead singer guy.
A little Zetro action, and it kind of got a little buzz. I like that.
Oh, it grew legs.
It did. I like that. Yeah, I just want to say thank you to fucking Zetro for doing that interview. I felt really. I started getting text messages from people after they heard it, and they were like, congratulations, and really. And I swear, man, I was tearing up because people are being really cool by, it's like you guys finally have made it, kind of shit like that. And then, funny thing is, I have Troy. You know Troy, right? Hey, Troy, how you doing? He's out in Hawaii, and he's like, hey, congratulations. Congratulations on Blabbermouth. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he goes, oh, you didn't know? And I go, no. And so he goes, go to Blabbermouth. And I go to Blabbermouth, and there we are. There's our article. Our interviews on there about...
Yeah, that was pretty funny, because then you text me, and you're like, guess who made it to Blabbermouth? I'm like, Slayer? You're like, no, we did.
I remember, that was so cool.
It was
so cool because I'm glad we did it. I did it that way because it was like... I remember you're like, oh my god. It was a cool moment. That was really cool. Thanks to everyone that fucking all the support, man. It's really a trip that when you go out and do something and then you finally get people to like say, hey, great job. People that you've admired your whole life. Like even Zet texted us and said, hey, you guys did a great job. Hey, he told me, remember I told you this, he texted me yesterday. He goes, one of his buddies that he's known since the first tour ever in like New Jersey and stuff, and I guess he used to roadie for him. He texted him and said, hey, I heard you on this Mosh Mag, and heard that interview. That was really cool. And it was like, wow. But
that's pretty cool. We're across the planet.
Badass. Anyway, that was thanks everyone. Thank you, Scott, for putting up with my ass.
And I really want to thank Zet for that too. That was really a great interview.
Yeah.
Thanks for
him and his dogs were just sitting around. Cool. I know. It got to a point where we were just talking, and it just kind of how me and you are, and it was really awesome to just sit there and do that. His girlfriend's kids are running around the house, and we're like, "Hey, can we turn the TV down?"
Yeah,
like great asshole.
That's
coming
cool.
to my house and you're turning down the fucking TV. I just got out of school. You fucking dick. Oops, shit. Sorry.
Yeah,
I don't want that one. Sorry, children, for the curse word. I'm sorry. Anyway, so yeah, if you guys ever get a chance, go and I'm gonna plug the heck out of it. It's I don't know if you guys all know about Blabbermouth. Blabbermouth is like the CNN of metal music in general. It is like the TMZ meets CNN. It is like the biggest metal news
magazine,
whatever you want
online
to call
magazine.
It's just really, it's a big deal. It really is a big deal. So, thank everyone for that. Awesome.
And thank Blabbermouth.
Oh yeah,
both,
definitely. Oh my
awesome.
God, yes. Jeez. Yeah, let's not forget the whole thing. The people that actually made it possible. But they did kind of steer a shit, put it on their ad. But anyway, They can do it anytime they want. Blabbermouth, you want?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely, thanks, Salome.
Let's see. What else we got? Wow. Oh, guys, I don't know if you guys had a chance to see our new our shirts we had made. We had them made, and now they are all gone.
Well, yeah, the first run was basically, that was for staff members.
Well, don't say that, because you know how
marketing.
many people have them now, and it's like...
Yeah, I'd say it's more for marketing
and you know
than
what?
anything
You
else.
get me a few drinks in me, and I'm like, hey, can I have a shirt? Here you go. Here you go. So I apologize for the people that need to have a shirt and you don't have one. I'm sorry. We are right in the middle of getting getting a quote to get them made again. I can't believe that they're
from the same place.
Yeah,
Pulse Merchandise.
Pulse
Check
merch.
them out.
You guys need anything, man? I'm telling you, great quality shirt, great printing. Oh man, I am totally stoked.
Cohen's the man over there.
I'm wearing this fucking shirt out. I don't. I haven't took the fucking thing off. Jeez. But anyway, great. God, I was wearing it today, and people are like, "Oh wow, hey, what is this? What is this Mosh Mag?" And it's just like such a conversation piece. It's pretty cool. So yeah,
it is.
I like that. Wow. So I don't know. I want to apologize to everyone for being kind of late on our podcast, because I know we were late on getting the Gazette one. We try to do it and have one out every Monday morning, Sunday night, Monday morning. But I had to fly in to go to Sacramento for the Slayer show. That I went with Scott and Mike Short. How you doing? Mike Short with us.
Mike Short,
an old time friend of ours. And dude, it was really cool. I even brought the wife. The wife went along. She loved it.
We had a blast.
Do you want to talk about that? About your babysitting duty?
She was fine. She was fine. She kept leaving me.
God.
Yeah, okay.
But I guess when my wife gets a little drunk, she.
Yeah, she did.
I don't know if you guys understand that. When I had a photo pass, so when you have a photo pass, like for big shows like this, they kind of keep you quarantined. They don't want you to go running around because you have your camera. You're only allowed the first 3 songs. I know we've talked about this before, but you get the first 3 songs, and then after that, you have to go to this area where you can see and hear everything, but you just can't. You're not in visual of shooting it. But for the first 3 songs, I'm in the front row. I'm belly to the stage. I'm the best seat in the house for first 3 songs of every band. So anyway, as I get done, I thought I was be able to go back to all my buddies, Scott here, Mike, and then my wife. But no. So my wife had a little bit too much to drink, and I asked Scott, because I know my wife would drink. I go, hey, can you watch my wife for a little bit, until I get out? I'm sorry. No problem. Scott's known my wife for years, many years. Well, it seemed that my wife thought it was a little game, and she turned 2 years old and decides to run around. And actually, she told me that she said this. She ran to go get another beer. When she came back, she couldn't find her way back. She thought that the concert was over. Glad she couldn't find her way out of the place, because she thought it was done. But everyone was just, I think, Lamb of God just got, I don't know, something like that. A band stopped playing, and everyone was going to the bathroom. My wife thought the show was over. She was going to leave, but no. Scott finally saw her and goes, my wife goes to Scott and goes, oh, hey, you're going to get in trouble because you lost to me.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, you're in trouble.
Losing my drunk wife. That was that. So, yeah, I guess Scott was sitting there watching her, and all of a sudden, my wife wants to get to the front row, or she wants to get closer. She'll just bolt like a 3-year-old. Like,
oh, yeah.
You need to...
She bolts. You need it next time, you need to get one of those harnesses, kid harnesses for her.
Like, I know.
And just tie her up to that, tie her to your belt. Be like, God,
Well, finally, when I
back.
got done at the end, I don't know, but at the end, after the third song of Slayer, I'm now allowed to go out into the crowd. So when I did, I found these guys, and then they look worn out. I'm looking at Scott and Mike, they look like, "What's up, guys?" He goes, "Oh, nothing. She's yours now. She's your problem. Let us enjoy the show."
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's still fun.
I just want to thank those guys for letting it happen. But hey, we're gonna have the show review, written show review tomorrow. I should have that posted with some images, and then probably every day I should pop out one or two other reviews from all the other bands, Testament, Behemoth, let's see, Anthrax, Lamb of God, and then Slayer. So we're gonna have all 5 of those images from the show and reviews from the show. So check them out on social media. Keep you posted on when they're gonna be.
Moshmag.com.
You're always the numbers guy. I love it, Scott. You're always killing us. So let's talk. What are we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about the show, aren't we?
Yeah, let's talk about the Slayer show. Well, let's continue to talk about the Slayer show.
I say we just go down of how it went down and from band to band to band.
So, my whole thing was, I was surprised at the lineup. Okay, so the lineup actually went, and which just blew me away. So the lineup went: Testament opened, Behemoth after them, Anthrax, Lamb of God, and then Slayer. I just thought that was weird. I personally would have thought that it would have went Behemoth, Lamb of God,
no,
Testament, or Anthrax.
No, Lamb of God is huge.
And then Slayer.
Huge.
Apparently so. I didn't realize how big they were.
You know, their last album was absolutely, it crushed it. It was badass. How I think it should have went, it should have been Behemoth, should have been Anthrax, should have been Testament, should have been Lamb of God, should have been Slayer. I mean, especially for Testament to be at their backyard.
Yeah.
You know? And
yeah, exactly. That's what was weird to me, that they were the opener. Right. I was like, that just didn't make sense.
To be totally honest, I'm not bashing Behemoth at all. And actually, I've got a lot of good things to say about it later. But I don't think they really should have been in that lineup. And I understand that Lamb of God is... But Behemoth is in the death metal type.
Yeah.
And they were definitely the hardest band there. I mean, totally, you know, without doubt. They were just out of the realm in this thing. Hey, if I was Behemoth, do you think I would have gave up that spot? Hell fucking no.
Yeah, no.
Hell no. But yeah, I think I totally agree. It should have been totally different. Anthrax, they haven't done anything for a while, and then, you know, here's Testament. They just got off their tour of their album. They're still on that tour of their what is the God? I can't remember the fucking album now. Anyway, everyone knows. But yeah, so let's talk about Testament. Go ahead. What did you think about Testament?
I thought they were awesome, as always. But see, I really like them.
You're kind of partial, yeah.
Partial, I know, it's like, you know. But no, I thought they were really great. That show again, man. I just Brotherhood of the Snake.
Sorry. Yeah,
that's the latest. 2016.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, 2016? Really? That's their latest? I thought the other one was the. Oh no, Dark Roots. Wow, Dark Roots
was way before that. I think that was like 3 years before that.
Unbelievable.
Dark Roots was 2013.
I was way off. But no, this concert was cool. They played a bunch of their stuff from different albums, which was cool. Into the Pit, of course. Amazing, as always. Chuck's got a good voice for that kind of, for what they do.
He's a great performer. He knows how to work that crowd and stuff like that. Alex, I mean, how can you go wrong? I swear, Alex can come out there in a fucking kilt, and I would be fucking like he's a fucking god. He is a god. Dude, that man, He's badass. And I have to say, Greg, I love you, Greg Christian. I love you, man. I think Greg Christensen is the fucking one of the baddest bass players, and he's with Trauma, but they're a new bass player. I say new because when you go for 28 years with one person that you've known for so long.
Yeah, exactly.
And now they switched it up. I can't remember the guy's name, but he is a badass bass player. And I think what he does more, thanks. I see Scott's going to get me that name right now. But I think now that when we go through, and I was really, through the longest time, I was such a Greg supporter that I just kind of I didn't get into the whole backwards of why he got left the band and like this and what happened. But what I did, I wouldn't watch the bass player. It was because I'm a bass guy. I love, but I was very partial to Greg. So when I really started to watch him since the last time I saw him here, I shot them here. He's a really great guy. I can't say nothing bad about him. And he plays well, and he plays the crowd incredibly. Alex is not really a crowd-pleasing guy. I mean, he is because he plays, but he's kind of a shy performer in a way. You know what I mean? Like, Eric's out there, Chuck's out there, and now they have the bass player, and he, what's his name?
Steve DiGiorio.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry, Steve. But no, I think he's an incredible bass player. He came out with a fretless bass, and I was in frickin' awe. I don't know if you guys know how hard it is to play a fretless bass, but he did it. And he had a 6-string fretless, man, and he was out there raking it, bro. He was badass.
Yeah, that is all hard to play.
But I think because I'm up front. I only get 3 songs. Their first song and a half were just like how Exodus was in San Bernardino when they opened for Iron Maiden. They fucked up. The sound was off. Bass was
the
straight
sound
up, but it got good. They got their sound back, and just like great performers do, man, they powered through it. They act like
well, of course. That was weird too about them. Did you notice they started putting the banners up, like Testament's banners up? I actually have a picture of it up, and then all of a sudden it fell down.
People are freaking.
And
you should have
they're
seen
just
the
like
people
done with it.
freaking
They didn't
out.
put anybody else's up there.
People
but
were
Slayer's.
really freaking out over there because that was on like a rail, but then after that they didn't put anything else up until Slayer's. It was a trip. Yeah.
Like they were
But
done
man,
with
what a
that
great!
stuff.
The weather was freaking great. Then it started after that little hiccup. It really sounded really good. And you know what? I really have to go to this was at what was it? At Papa Murphy's at Cow Palace, right?
Yeah, it's the Cal Expo.
Yeah, okay. But dude, I have to give it up, man, for the security there. Absolutely incredible. How these guys would really go out there, and I would see them beforehand. They're filling glasses of water. Now, it wasn't 100 degrees out. I think it was only like somewhere in the 80s. And it is, it gets hot, especially, I'm saying it's only 80s.
When you're in one place, too.
I'm here in Arizona.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that ain't chicken. But anyway, they were feeding water to these guys up in the front row. And these security guys would that would be their job. Like, go back and go get more water for these people because they needed it. And I've never, ever, and I've seen so many, and I've been up to the fucking photo pit for many. And I was totally amazed that they did that for the crowd. That is incredible. They were making sure these people, because you know what? If they leave, they can't get back. They've been there all fucking day. It's kind of really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Really awesome. So anyway, good for Papa Murphy's at Cal Expo. Really, really great job. Back to Testament. I'm sorry.
My only issue with that place, though, seriously, that was real grass. It wasn't turf. And my allergies and everybody, and a bunch of people I know's allergies. Oh my goodness, dude! And when we sat on the lawn, and it was like, killing me.
But you know what? I love that it was general admission. It was general admission, and it's just like
old school general admission.
It was like old Cow Palace bullshit. You just run inside, fucking get your seat. If you want to be up front, that's all good. But like back to Testament. But Eric Peterson, fucking, he was ripping it. He was really great. I noticed now with Testament, they're not moving it like they really were before. Like they would be all
around the stage
over
and
the
stuff.
place, and I don't
think it depends on the show sometimes too.
Yeah, I agree. So anyway, a great job from Testament. Really came through. I'm gonna have a list of all the since I'm gonna have a list of all the in all my reviews. It's a list of every song they played in the order that they played at the show. Now, since the show did start about an hour and 20 minutes late, it was supposed. Yeah, I remember it started like at 5:30 or something like that.
5:50.
Oh, that's right, 5:50. That Testament went on, and they were supposed to start at 4:30 at one point. So, what happens when that is? They're not going to take the songs away from Slayer. They're taking them from everyone else.
Exactly.
So I think they played 5 songs. And then they go into, I think all the rest played like 5 or 6 songs. I know Anthrax only played 5 songs. Lamb of God played 6, and I think Behemoth played 6 because there were 2 really short songs. So yeah, Testament did a really good job. I think for a live show, outdoors, sound quality was great. Not a lot of echo. It was they gotta give them off to them pulling it off. So now to Behemoth. What did you think of Behemoth? You're not a fan, so.
And I'm not that big of a fan of Behemoth, but it is kind of funny, like you said. Yeah, they do. Of course, I'd like the music. I can't really understand a lot of the lyrics. But they put on an amazing show. They're theatrical in a way, you know what I mean? And they put on a really good show. Really like those guys. They were energetic. Just put on they really got a lot of energy and stuff. Personally, I just don't. I don't know if I would go out and buy an album myself. Well, I know they have a bunch of friggin' fans, and they've got a big following. So I kind of see why, because I noticed that when we were there, hella people were rushing the place. So I kind of understand why they were up a slot, but still, I'd still trip out that they were up a slot.
Testament, I know.
Testament.
I know what I think why they did that. I think they did it because they just kept the lineup the same. They didn't change it up because, But yeah, I understand from the beginning. I don't think it should have been. I think it should have been changed. But yeah, the one thing when I'm up there and I'm shooting, I get to see a lot of things that a lot of people don't get to see. And one that I saw, especially with Behemoth, previously I saw Behemoth when they opened for Slayer on the last tour that they were on, and I really got into them. Dude, I have a signed symbol in my of Behemoth, Lamb of God, and Slayer in my house now. So I got into them a little bit, but the one thing I got to see this time, and being so close and in the photo pit, that I saw his preparation to getting into it. And it was weird that it was really weird. The lead singer, he sat there and he was on stage and he kind of looks out and he looks kind of timid. All of a sudden he puts his head down, he closes his eyes like to focus. He then just and then he kind of just transformed into the character that he was. Saw the bass player do it, and I saw the guitar player do it. And it was absolutely incredible to he just changed into this character. And I'm telling you, for a photographer, and when people do that, and I'm getting this guy with, I can't wait for you guys to see this. I think this is the best shoot I've done. It was incredible.
That's
he was
awesome.
Angry. He showed emotion. He showed it all. I'm now getting into it, and now I know why these fucking kids not these kids, but people like this fucking shit. And don't you ever notice when you do go see a show, or not even see a show, like say you've heard an album from this band, and then you're like, oh, it's okay. But once you see them on stage, and then listen to the music again, don't you have like a different mindset? And then you're going, oh, you kind of get into it. Whether you know what the song is or anything. That's how I was with Behemoth this time around. I was like, I really enjoyed it this time. So, yeah, but I totally understand. If you don't know the lyrics and stuff, it kind of get hard. But they sounded great. Lyrically, I don't know, because you really can't hear. But
yeah. But they did sound really good. And, I mean, like I said, they have such a lot of energy. The theatrics, it's pretty cool. It is.
And especially when I'm down there, there's subwoofers. Okay, there's a stage, and then below the stage there's these subwoofers. And I remember the guitar player, he just came down on the subwoofers, and he's walking around. And I remember him looking. I have a picture of him, the lead singer, looking at me, and like giving me this eye, and it's almost like he's possessed. And it's just, and it was so good that I got to see that transformation from like I saw him as a human, like a regular person, and then him as his character. It was like, it was like an actor. He's now an actor. It was it was great to see. But I consider there was a great job. And like I said before, I met every I met the set list of every band there, which is really cool. And that comes from setlist.me or something like that to check it out. So go ahead now it's Anthrax.
Anthrax. Now, that's funny. There was a thing, speaking of Anthrax, today I saw a thing on Facebook or one of those places. What album influenced you the most as a teenager? And when I think back, I think one of the most albums would be Among the Living. Anthrax is Among the Living. And just because back then, my Gabe and Bruce and Tony and us, we'd like walk down the streets and mosh or mosh down the streets together and shit. We always had that on like a boombox back in the day,
A little boombox.
And then, any skeletons and friggin' Caught in a Mosh, Indians, all those. Yeah. And they played Caught in a Mosh and Indians at the show, and it was freaking awesome.
we were talking about with Zed about, how if it wasn't for certain bands like with Anthrax and in the Big Four and all like this and how really MTV made Anthrax and rightly so. I totally get it. And also too, there's a discussion now about the Big Four. The Big Four is really about the money producing Big Four groups. And that's only, I think that's where they're saying that's where everyone got the Big Four from. It was from record producers going, well, these are the Big Four in metal. And that's where it became down the Big Four. It just came from that. Anyway, but I liked it. I liked to see them. I really did. I think they sounded great here at the show. I think
oh hell yeah.
I think Joey needs to not skip around the way he does. Did you see him do that?
Well,
he'll go like and he'll try to move to the beat, and it's the funniest fucking thing ever. And I think he doesn't need to do that anymore.
He's getting up in age.
And I think he should stop Grecian formulating his hair. I think you need to embrace that you're getting fucking old, and to have that a little bit of gray, because he's walking around like he's got his hair back from when he was in his 30s, and he's not 30s. How old is that guy? Joey Bell? I don't. Oh, he has to be 60.
Joey Bell, he's up there.
Yeah,
he's got to be in the 60s.
Do you know that what I lost a lot of respect from him is when they did have the Big Four, the one that you went to, Scott, that they all went up on stage and shit, and he couldn't remember a Metallica lyric, and he fucked it up, and I was just like, no, wait. this is so legendary that you don't need to know the lyrics. I think it was I can't remember the band. But if you guys ever see the video of it and go see when Joey comes out and I mean, everyone comes out. You know, where Dave must...
Yeah, at the very end, man, everybody came out and did the whole jam. They did, they played Am I Evil?
It was Am I
else.
Evil. And he didn't know the lyrics to Am I Evil. And he totally messed it up.
Sad.
And he played it off like it was supposed to be that way. And but I lost a lot of respect from that. Anyway.
Dude, that was a great show, though. I mean, well, the part that I saw that I wasn't standing in the beer line. Yeah.
That's good, yeah. Yeah, that's one I missed. Anyway, but no, I did great. Scott Ian, I have a Scott Ian signature guitar, and I shot Scott Ian when he was playing my guitar. Oh my God, I love that guy. From SOD to these guys,
he's awesome.
I love him in any band he's in. He's a great performer. Yep. He's got that fucking look with a bald head, the long fucking, beard. Dude, when I think of Anthrax, I think of Scott Ian. And I'm sorry about Joey and all like that. Their bass player, sorry if I don't remember the names of these guys. I can't remember shit. It's too much fucking drugs and all that shit back in the day. But the bass player, he kind of freaked me out, Scott, because he started to look like fucking Cliff Burton. And I have pictures of it, and when I post them, I'll check those out. I'll put one in when he looks like Cliff Burton, mouth wide open, hair is the same, and it was a trip. Some of the other people, like the other guitar players, they just don't do nothing. Because I think they just fill in. I think they're not in there is, and I don't think they're originals, but I don't remember anymore because it's been that long. But I think they did a great job for the show. I think Joey sounded well. He did. Yeah. He plays the crowd really, really well. He runs he was asking. I was in front of him, and I have a picture of him asking for a joint from the guy in one of the rows. And he looks at me, and he goes like, "Hey, go get it for me." And then I really couldn't, because I would have not been able to come back and shoot anymore. So I kind of act like I didn't see him. So anyway, but he played the crowd really well. I think that their sound was a little off at the beginning, a little sketchy. It came back through at the end.
Yeah, it was like they had to warm up a little bit.
And it's the old man in them, I guess. I don't know. But no, I enjoyed all night. I really did. I was in awe all night. I think I really, really understood what was about to take place, and that was Slayer's last time ever. But anyway, before we get there, anything else on Anthrax?
No, the bass player's name is Frank Bello.
Oh, yeah. He's the original, ain't he?
It's from 1984 till now.
So, yeah. I don't know. He kind of looks like fucking Cliff Burton to me now. Check him out. When you show pictures, man, it's really a trip. Okay. Lamb of God.
Well, I can't say too much about Lamb of God. I was busy. I was busy looking for somebody's wife.
So you wouldn't get in trouble? Oh my God!
So I didn't get
mad at you for losing my drunk wife. Okay, I'll talk.
Mike saw at one point. Mike was like, this really isn't our fault. I'm all dead.
No, it isn't.
He's like, he can't be pissed at us.
I would know.
Yeah, good point.
I know my wife. I know how she gets. Okay. I gotta shut up about my wife. She's gonna kick my ass. I just gotta fucking chill the fuck out. But Lamb of God, it was awesome to walk up there, and Randy Blythe, lead singer, he comes out and he has he has something about him where you can't keep your eye off this guy. he's got that presence.
Yeah.
You know, and I really looked at him, and you're admired by the guy. You're like, oh my God, you can't stop watching this guy. His energy is absolutely like, dude, he is like he needs to take a Ritalin, man. He is, or he's on, whatever, you know what I mean. He is all over the place. Yeah. I have so many pictures of him jumping in midair. Absolutely great performance. Guy sounded freaking great. I am a Lamb of God guy. I like Lamb of God, but man, I've seen him live, but not that close. And I saw him at a smaller venue, so it was kind of different. But Randy, man, is all over the place. I love his I love his voice, especially live. It sounds crisp, it's clean, it's hard, it's crunch, it's slightly punk, and it's like he is all over the place, spitting water into the crowd. Absolutely. And it's so weird that the rest of the band, you know, Mark Morton is the lead guitar. He doesn't move around too much, but their bass player John Campbell, it's incredible. He is like all white hair, long white hair, and when he's headbanging, oh my God, it's like, it's great to photograph, and it's great to even fucking see. So it's like they are totally just fucking totally into it. Randy, I can't say enough about Randy. Randy is just fucking, he is a fucking performer, man. And I guess his new album just came out. They did a little his old band, I think it was, and what they did all remakes of older songs that, you know, like Ministry. I think Jesus Is Your Hot Rod or whatever, one of those songs of Ministry. Yeah, they have a whole album out now. It's all of cover songs, which I just listened to it today, and it's really good. So take a listen to that. Anyway, Lamb of God was spot on. I love how the light was coming down. It was getting dark at this point. You could feel it. It was really starting to build through every group to every group, and then now here we are at Slayer. And so, oh my God. Like I said, you could feel it moving and moving. The energy was just building and building. I remember walking out into the photo pit because we get escorted in and out. So when I come out, I was so into it and so excited. I started the chant from up front of Slayer, like Raiders, you know, but I was doing Slayer, and everyone started getting into it. Everyone getting into it.
Oh hell yeah, it was everywhere.
I'll let you get into it, but I wanted to say there was this girl that was in the front row, and she was at her first metal concert of all time. And I was talking to her and her boyfriend, and she goes, "Yeah, it's her first gig." I gave her a Mosh Mag shirt. Wow. Testament. Chuck Billy has his huge picks, and it was called the Big Chief pick, and he threw it out. What landed down in front of me in the pit, so I picked it up. Well, I handed it to this one girl, and through the whole night, things would drop in front of me, and I would just hand it to her. A Gary Holt pick, you know, just stuff like that. I was handing it to her. Finally, at the end, like before I had to leave, she thanked me. She knew I had to leave after the thing. Her and her boyfriend thanked me so much. I'm gonna have a picture of them in this group of pictures. Cool. What a great experience! Can you imagine being your first fucking gig ever, and you're there at Slayer's last tour ever, and you're
shit. That'd be a good one to go out on. That's for sure.
Really cool. Glad that she could do it. But anyway, I'm sorry. I just wanted to I totally forgot to tell you about this girl, and I just wanted to go ahead. You can talk about Slayer.
No, I think they kicked ass. Slayer absolutely, hands down, kicked ass. But I've seen them so many times, and it's just so funny to me because it seems like they just get better and better. No joke at all. And this tour, that show, they were amazing. Hands down, dude. I mean, not all the performance. I mean, it was like they just came out of the gate. Just everything sounded perfect. They were all just the energy was there. Everything was awesome. I think it's one of the best shows I've seen of theirs.
And the one thing that I did notice that right from the get-go, when I've never seen, anytime Tom has ever came out, and what they all come out, and they always have this stoic, hard edge, like they're trying to be this big band, like really hard. And Tom fucking comes out, and all of a sudden, the first thing I see, he's smiling at Gary Holt. And I've never, as long as I've seen Slayer, I remember him smiling at the crowd because some girl was flashing her boobs, and he was laughing at that. But any other time, he walked out and he was really about to enjoy this shit. And I think everyone else is kind of let loose. Carrie was over there fucking just shredding it. I don't know how he can have that 45 pounds of fucking chains around his pocket. It's crazy. But he was having a great time. Gary Holt, he can sell. He's always about having a good time, and it's just Tom looking over at Gary and smiling. I knew it was going to be special after that. It was like, wow, this is so different from anything else. And man, they played 23 songs, dude.
Yeah, no kidding. They played for days, man. That was amazing.
It was so weird that if you really want to know, combined, out of all the other 4 groups, they played more songs than the other 4 previous bands earlier.
Altogether. No kidding.
Gary was kind of, I know, he ain't Heyman, but I'm telling you, he's a great replacement, and I can't wait for him to come back. I think this is a resurrection of to really what he really loves. I think he's going to come back after this tour, and when he goes and starts recording with Zet, I think this is going to be one of their best.
Oh, dude, that album's going to be amazing.
He's going to get 100% into this. I think he's probably going to take a little vacation, maybe a little bit, but I'm going to be so excited for this next album of Exodus. But
yeah, that's going to be an amazing album.
The lights alone was a great. They just had it. It wasn't over the top lighting. They have lasers flying around, but they had great lighting. All the flames and stuff, the backdrops. It was like an old Aussie setup where it wasn't like it was still nice, but it wasn't really over the top. But you just was really, God, just the sound was freaking incredible. And I remember afterwards when we were all the way in the back and just chilling, and I remember going, holy shit, it almost sounds like a recording. It was that good.
Yeah, it was an old school feel to that whole show. The general mission, the people. It was one of them old school shows, man. It was great.
What? And then when they first came out, and I saw all this was going down. I think I was in mid of the second song. I start tearing up because I'm like, wow, look where I'm at, dude. I'm in the front. I'm just taking pictures of this band that I saw back when I was, in the early 80s. And I remember seeing them at Ruthie's all the time. They'd be there watching a gig. And these guys are just hanging out.
And now, like, a big deal.
It's like, wow. And this is it.
Isn't that triple? We followed them through their whole career, beginning to end.
God, man, look at their catalog, man. Their catalog albums. How can you go from Rain of Blood to South of Heaven? And that was just, those 2 albums back to back was just, wow. And then War Painted Blood, that fucking album was just, holy shit. Absolutely. Yeah. God, I give it off to them. That was incredible. And I think I may have to come back in August and do the San Jose show because I don't think I can.
Oh, for sure, man, because that's their last
show in the States ever.
Here. Yeah, in the States. So, I mean, we're not going to see them again. That show's going to be amazing.
I'm gonna try to do another photo pass. That would be great to document that in my own way. That would be really fucking badass. Dude, I'm enjoying shooting these shows, man. I am. But anyway, to wrap up this whole thing, if I was, that had to be from start to finish. That was up there in my top 10 shows of all time. I mean,
oh yeah, I'll give it that for sure.
On wow factor alone of what we went down, it was in the top 5. If I overall, like sound, where it was, everything. We need to get a little diagrams, and we have to rate it like venues, and then add up the points and see, what we come down with. We'll start that. But yeah, anyway,
we should definitely do it.
Great fucking show. You know what? Thank you for going, man. Thanks, Mike Short, for going with us. I mean, I think that added, and my wife too, for going. That just added to how incredible everything was, because it was just like, it just added to that old school feel of us all being together and shit like that. That was badass. Wow. We've talked again, and God, I've got to stop it. And I think I'm trying to be a little better, but I talk way too much. Okay.
No, it's good. It's good. That's what we're all about. It's a talk show.
But I am.
But no, and just to bring up, that was great. The concert was awesome. But I just wanted to move on to something else real quick. We want to do, we know we've brought this up before. We want to start getting a lot of you local bands and upcoming bands coming. We want to kind of, be the voice of the underground and help all you guys out in a way. We have a band page. We want to do kind of a what do you call it, like a battle of the bands, where if we could get a whole bunch of you guys together, then we could do a poll on the bands. Maybe do like 5 bands a week or every 2 weeks or something. Get something like that going. So you guys hit us up. moshmag666@gmail.com. That's the email address. Hit us up on our website, moshmag.com, and that's also where you're going to find all these awesome pictures from all these shows that Willard's taken over our life of our show. So there'll be some awesome pictures up there too as well. That's moshmag.com. Check us out on Facebook. We are Mosh Mag Podcast. Check us out on Instagram and on the Twitter. We are Mosh_Mag. That's where you find us. And please, you guys, smash the like button. Go ahead and smash that like button when you see it. Subscribe, follow, whatever it takes. That way we can keep in touch with you. You can keep in touch with us.
Yep, that's definitely.
And
And also too, if you guys want to send in some of your material, there is on our website. There is my address. You can send it in. Just address it, to underground and or anything. Just send it away. We'll take
Voice
a
of the
listen.
Underground.
If we like it, we're gonna start really playing some music on here, like a couple songs every week, like we were before. But just in the last few weeks, man, we've just been bombarded with actually things that we had to just get done and stuff.
Concerts and
speaking of concerts, on Sunday, coming Sunday, I'm gonna go to see Obituary. I've got a photo pass for them. I'm trying to score a interview with those guys, and I think what you guys are going to really want to, what we want to do too with like this underground scene, we want to interview you guys. Let us go down. We'll go to a show and just go in the parking lot. We don't care. We both got these killer digital recorders. When they go out there and just, why not just let you guys have a little exposure? It's good to talk to some people out there, get their feel of what they like, music wise, and here's some of your shit, and talk metal, man. Oh yeah,
absolutely.
We got a lot more shows coming up that we're going to be at. Like I said, we are getting a new shipment of shirts. The only thing is, guys, we're going to have to start charging for these things. The last batch cost us over $500, and we got to recoup some of that money. We're not good. We just want to get it where the cost of the shirt itself is going to pay for it. We're not trying to get rich here. We just the cost of the shirt, and then you can have yourself a nice Moshmag t-shirt. In which Pulse Merch, once again, they did a killer job. I love these things. Really great job. God,
Thanks,
really
Cohen.
great job.
Thank you, Cohen.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. But yeah, stickers. We're also looking into getting stickers. Again, I think we're going to charge a little bit for them, like $2 a sticker. Just because it's costing us a lot of money. And I hope you guys realize that, we really like to just give them away, but it's just, we got to recoup some of the costs that we're throwing out. So, anyway, that is it. Are we
That's
done?
it.
Holy shit.
I think so.
55 minutes. Wow. Well, it's supposed to be like a half-hour show. 45 minutes. Jeez. You wouldn't talk so much, Scott. Shit, we get to...
I know. Jeez, shut up.
You know what? I think
me
talking about my wife, finding my wife, was longer than...
Yeah.
than you actually really trying to find my wife.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, I don't know
Okay,
about that because,
okay,
she
okay.
takes forever.
Well, anyway, you guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for everyone. Thanks for all your support. Thanks, Zed, again, for doing that interview. Thanks for Blabbermouth for picking it up. And thanks, God, Troy.
Thanks for listening,
thanks
guys.
for pimping and telling me that we were on Blabbermouth in the first place. Anyway, okay. You got anything else?
All right.
Peace.
Peace out.
Cool.